Hello and welcome to another intriguing episode of A Mother's Burden, Raising Multicultural Children in the United States. And last week we did talk about how we as women, we hurt ourselves. And the part B of that question, like I said last week, is how do we instill confidence in our children? That was the part B of the question. And I hope last week I was able to answer some of our questions. So this week I will attempt to share some points on how we could work together as parents to instill confidence and high self-esteem in our children. And I want to start off, if you all remember, when I started this blog, I started on the value of love. We talked in detail about what love is not, and how we should show love to our children. And part of what the first point I'm going to be raising today on that topic, instilling confidence or high self-esteem in our children, is love. Show love and affection. First to yourself as a parent, a mother or a father, then to your children. You know, our children are very sensitive. They observe everything we do and they take it in. I've always said that. Now, there is nothing bad in showing love and affection to our children from when they were in the womb until they were an infant, and then toddlers, and then preschoolers, and then, young girls and boys, and they grow up into teenagers, they're preteen, they're teenagers. And something I've come to realize is we really, as parents, need to demonstrate to our children that we love them. Because if we don't, I can categorically say, if we do not demonstrate to our children that we love them, anybody out there would tell them, I love you. And that person might be the wrongest person in the world. So there are different ways we can show our children we love them. It's not by being materialism. It's not by going to the store or to the mall and buying the whole store or mall for them. No, we don't want to spoil our children. We don't want to bring up children that believe that love is materialism. We don't want to bring up children that believe that if you love me, you give me money. If you love me, you have to buy this for me or that for me. No, we have to teach our children that sincere love starts from the house. Sincere love starts by showing your daughter, your son, that I love you. There's nothing bad in you telling your son or your daughter that I love you. There's nothing bad in giving your daughter or your son a kiss on the forehead, on the tip of the nose, or on the cheek, or even on the lips. Nothing is bad in you hugging your children, embracing them, cuddling up with them on the chair on a cold evening with a hot cup of cocoa, sitting beside them and watching TV with them, and telling them every night before they go to bed that I love you, or every morning when they wake up, you are beautiful. We have to show that we love them affectionately, not by neglecting them or by buying them stuff. Now, I understand that so many times parents will say, look, I don't even have time for that. Some parents don't even have time to see their children every day because they have to work. I understand that. But how do you show these children that you love them when you are working? Do you call them to say I love you? Do you send them text messages to say I love you? A little show of affection goes a long way. It builds that confidence in that child, that even if the whole world does not love me, I know that my parents love me. That's the first point. I'm getting carried away with this love issue. And the second point I want to talk about is passing compliments or praising our children. Now, I understand that as kingdom citizens, we like prophesying into our children. But when we prophesy into our children, let us prophesy with love. That is a topic for another day. But today I'm focusing on praising our children and complimenting them. Now, when we compliment, we don't want to exaggerate. Now, when you say words like, you are the best in the world, you are the nicest child ever, you are the most beautiful in the world. Come on now, we all know that the Miss Universe is not the most beautiful. We all know that the Miss America is not the most beautiful. So we do not want to exaggerate. Beauty comprises a lot of stuff. It's not just the facial or the physical appearance that is beauty. You know, when we compliment our children, we want to say, you are beautiful. I am proud of you. That dress looks beautiful on you. You are cute. You don't want to exaggerate it because children don't understand when you exaggerate it. And I remember, I think there was a time I was, over praising my daughter, exaggerating with her. And I said, you know what? You are the most beautiful in the world. The way I said it, she got it. And she said, Mommy, no, I'm not the most beautiful in the world. I said, how did you know? She said, the way you said it. So I had to okay, I take it back. You're not the most beautiful in the world. But to me, you are beautiful. I am proud of you. I love you. Good job. Thumbs up. I even have a chat board that, okay, when she comes back from school or at the course of the week, even during summer break, if she does something good, we have a star on there. Things like that make them have confidence in themselves. And when she does her chores without me telling her, I am so proud of you. I wasn't expecting that, but you really surprised me. I am so wow. Things like that make her want to do more. Make her want to go an extra mile. So this week, I've talked about love again. Show love and affection to your children. The second thing I spoke about is compliment your children. Praise them, but do not over-exaggerate. Do not exaggerate the praise. Do not over-compliment them. Because our children knows when it's genuine or when it's not genuine. And the third one I would briefly talk about is setting goals for your children. When you set goals for them, follow through with them to ensure that they accomplish their goals. That gives them a sense of responsibility, and responsibility comes with confidence because it gives them a sense of high self-esteem that, wow, I did that, and they can broadly say it anyway in the midst of their friends that, guess what, I did this with confidence, and that is like a boost to them. So when you set goals for your children and you follow through with them and they're able to achieve their goal, you have to compliment them. And when you compliment them, you don't have to exaggerate it. And in the process of complimenting them, setting goals, continue to show love and be affectionate towards them. Even if your child is not acting as expected or up to par, you still want to show that child that, look, you might be lagging behind in this aspect or in this area, but regardless, I love you. You are special. You are the best. We all want our children to be the best. But how we put out the words goes a long way. It's either we develop the value of confidence that we want in them, or we are making them proud, or we are instilling pride in them, I mean to say. So it's either or. So when we are complimenting them, when we are showing affection and love, and when we are setting goals, we want to do that moderately, in a sincere way, and in a loving and affectionate way and environment. Until I see you sometime next week, keep hanging in there. Keep sending me your text message. I love your comments. Thank you so much for the comments. You can subscribe to my station. We have discussed about the value of love, which of course is the basis for all of this. And then keep shining. Stay blessed. Bye.